Hala Madrid, Madrid of Madrid. This was a tough game. This was a test game, but then they ended up by winning it 2 goals to Madrid 2, Mbappe 2. This is a game that we thought was gonna be a game of thrones. The position Madrid is lying wasn't comfortable, and now it's like Madrid have put pressure on Barcelona and Atlético Madrid. Hey, today I'm with Eddie, and we will just be giving you more details, tactical analysis, game reaction, every bit moment of the game. We are going to give it to you. And hey, if you just join us and you are new, hit the subscription button, like and share the video. Let's go. Eddie, this is a game that frightened Madrid. Villarreal got the first goal, and it was back goal, back. Then they boom goal, corner from corner kick. They controlled the game a lot, but it wasn't quite a long time when Mbappe, Kylian Mbappé, got the equalizer and got the second goal. Your general view of the game today?
Madrid have done very well. It's been a very long time since they won against Villarreal, in Villarreal Sports Stadium. If you are to check history, anytime they go there, they find it very difficult to win against Villarreal. And today, for them to win against Villarreal, I think it's a plus. And it was a very tough test. During the midweek, they had a Champions League game to play against Atlético, which they played over 120 minutes in total. Playing against Villarreal, they had only 24 hours, not even up to 72 hours to rest. And they were able to stand to Villarreal to beat Villarreal by 2-1. They did that well. You could see in the game, Villarreal tried everything possible to win the game. Courtois has always been like the best goalkeeper for Real Madrid. We put up also today with a very, very classic performance, even saving all the shot that came upon him. He did all that he could to lead Madrid to the win.
Yeah, he did what he could to make Madrid that win. For sure, this is a Madrid team that uses different defense from the Champions League. Mendy got injured in the Champions League, so Garcia starts in his position. And then Asensio has been starting because of a lot of injuries in the back. I thought Tony Rudiger could have started the game, yet he was benched because he just came back from injury and he was used in the Champions League. And then Vasquez was used in the 2 once again, where I'm not comfortable whenever Vasquez is playing that number 2 position. But then you look at the defensive phase, I think it was absolutely in the beginning wasn't that good. They were fumbling. There were a lot of tension in the defensive line, particularly when the goal came. What do you make up of that defense? I don't know whether Tchouaméni should have been pulled back or Valverde should have pulled back to the defensive phase for Real Madrid in that game. But then he decided to play Valverde and Camavinga in midfield. So do you think Valverde should have pulled back into the defense once again?
When Valverde is such a player, he always tries to pivot in the midfield aspect, although sometimes he pulls back to also help the defenders, but most of the time he's into the midfield area, Then if you give out some long pass, control the game as he has always been doing. And, I don't blame them a lot because, they had a very tough task against Atlético Madrid in the Champions League, and playing against Villarreal today too, it was a very, very tough task. So they had to find a solution, to which they will be able to calm themselves in the game down. But if they were to play boot to boot as Villarreal did in the game, they could have lost the game. But they, as experienced players, they came together. They did a very good teamwork, and at the end of the day, they got the 3 points they were looking for.
At the end of the day, they got the 3 points they were looking for sure. But then this is a team that there's a lot of versatile players in the team for sure. Valverde, as you already mentioned, I haven't seen a position that Valverde haven't played for Real Madrid. But then Nana Kwame made mention of goalkeeping. He hasn't keep for Real Madrid. But then Mbappe, Kylian Mbappé, showing his name everywhere lately and has been absolutely incredible form this season, and he's very, very difficult to stop. Once again today, scoring brace against Villarreal, who was very difficult for Real Madrid at home. And take us through this moment that Mbappe got that first goal and then the second goal, because the second goal was assisted by Vasquez. He has 10 goals so far. This is a player who started La Liga very, very poorly. And a lot of people were doubting him that Madrid just go and get a player who could not actually live to the standard that they expected. But lately, he has been in crazy form for Real Madrid.
Yeah, Kylian Mbappé, we all know, we also saw his performance in Monaco, PSG, and the national team as well. Coming to Real Madrid, in the beginning, you find it very difficult to adapt to the style of the play in Real Madrid. Or they are up front, they have talented players. So in the beginning, he find himself very a bit difficult to fix. But now things are working perfectly for him because he has been there, he has learned, and he has adapted to the system of Real Madrid. So anytime you know when and where to position himself for the ball. And in this game, one thing I noticed was he did stay back for the cutting. So anytime there's a cutting, he would just control the ball and get the time for the shoot. So that was what he did today to get all the 2 goals. And it's good. In the beginning, as you said, things were not that good for him. He started very, very poor. But now he's a contender for the Golden Boot. Now Lewandowski with 21 goals and Mbappe 18. He's still the contender, So and they still have some games to play, so he can still do something. No, he's still a chance of winning the Golden Boot, and he has done well, to get a brace in this game. Playing in the Champions League, playing the full 120 minutes, taking the penalty, coming back today to play also 90 minutes plus additional time. But even after the game, he was exhausted with Bellingham. They were exhausted. No matter there's Madrid, anytime there's a task, you have to deliver to your top-notch performance. You have to always stand up to the name of Real Madrid, and they did that today.
They did that today for sure. And tactical magician Ancelotti must be very, very delighted with his players for giving him such performance. Even though this game was a game that Vinicius Jr. didn't start it. I don't know what happened, but last game he was removed. He didn't play the full 20-minute game. But then looking at Real Madrid score sheet today shows that they are now on top. They are now on top of the La Liga with 3 points above Barcelona and also above Atlético Madrid. But then both clubs still have outstanding games to play. Is that not a pressure that have put in on those clubs like Barcelona and also Atlético Madrid, where both sides will be facing each other tomorrow as well? Is it not an advantage to Real Madrid and also a pressure to both clubs coming their game tomorrow?
Definitely. It's a pressure because these 3 clubs are fighting for the trophy, one or the other. They are fighting for the Liga trophy. Real Madrid today to win his game, I think he has 60 points now. And Barcelona side played against Atlético Madrid tomorrow. He still has an outstanding game, So if he's able to win all the 2 games, so he will still maintain his top first slots with 3 points between them and Madrid. I think it's a task, it's a tough challenge to Barcelona and also Atlético Madrid. Now they all have to win their games. Now, as the season approaches the end, always have to take their games seriously, just to always be picking the points. If not, you fall apart, my brother. The trophies, you fall short of the trophy. So now it's going to be a tough start. And let's remind ourselves, Atletico Madrid is going to give Barcelona a very, very tough task tomorrow in their game. It's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be difficult. So it's good for Madrid. They've won their game. And now if Barcelona win the game, they will take their spots, They will take their spots. But if Barcelona lose, it gives Madrid the opportunity and the advantage to also fight harder.
Yeah, it also gives them the advantage to fight harder. And the man himself, Luka Modric, was in the game to show up. And I think he has been absolutely massive and incredible player for Real Madrid. I don't know how to describe him. I really don't know how to describe him. But for Real Madrid...
Fine wine.
He said, fine wine, for sure. So he came on to actually absorb the pressure, play that game to his satisfaction, and probably everything is on point for Real Madrid. Even though Mbappe was my man of the match for the game, but then the likes of Toni Rudiger came in later, Vinicius came in later. As we mentioned, Arda Güler also came on later with Luka Modric to maintain that 2-1 in favor of Real Madrid in Villarreal. Mbappe is showing up when it comes to derby goals. His number of goals so far, I think, is about, first season, 31 goals in Madrid derby. Did you think he could break records in those goals?
Yeah, he's likely to break records. Even Yeah, I think definitely it's going to break records in Madrid. Your first season with 31 goals in all competitions, and now you are still a match. Let's not forget, you are still a match. There are still games to play. They are also in the Champions League. They still have the Liga, some games played before the season ends. There are some very, very competition to play. So still, he still have the advantage to, or the opportunity to get more goals attached to his name in his first season as a Madridista.
Real Madrid 2-1 in favor, 2-1 against Villarreal. Real is on top of the league table. Kylian Mbappé showing every possible of Ballon d'Or potentials. This was massive and massive. And hey, other games that I've played today in La Liga, Girona, Valencia are still playing 0-0 as at this moment. The scoreline could change later. Las Palmas and Deportivo Alaves score 2-2 draw today. Real Valladolid 0, Celta Vigo 1 at home for sure. And also Mallorca won their game against Espanyol by 2-2. And of course, Real Madrid won Villarreal by 2-1 as well. And hey, tomorrow fixtures coming on your way in La Liga is Leganés playing against Real Betis, Sevilla versus Athletic Club, Osasuna, Getafe, Rayo Volcano versus Real Sociedad, and Super Sunday clash. Atletico Madrid will be hosting Barcelona in La Liga. And that are the fixtures coming on your way tomorrow. Madrid have done perfectly very well for sure. And next game is going to be an easy one for them, facing Leganés in the La Liga on Saturday is going to be super. But let's check the outcome of tomorrow, whether Madrid will still be on top of the league table by tomorrow. And if you just join us and you are new, hey, hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and hey, your opinions are highly welcome. And thank you very much for watching. And we are going to see you in the next video.
All right. And lastly, I think Ancelotti wasn't happy after the game because, he didn't, they wanted to get like 72 minutes of rest, and it didn't happen that way. After their Champions League game, they have to just play this game too. So they wanted the time to change and everything, but, no attention. The UEFA didn't pay ears to that, and he said, when it happens next time, I think the best thing they will do is not to show up. So, and that will be very, very.
That will be very, very sad for sure. University of Football Club cannot decide not to show up.
They can't stress them like that.